What is up, everybody? It's BMAX Bracketology, and I am back, continuing the series of predicting every single conference tournament winner. And I'm doing the Coastal Athletic Association today, the CAA, whatever you want to call it. So let's just get right into the bracket. It's a 14-team bracket. Every team in the conference participates in it. Towson was able to win the regular season by a pretty wide margin. The games did tip off about an hour and a half ago, Delaware and Stony Brook. Haven't looked at that game, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm going to be honest with you on who I picked for that game. And so let's just get into the bracket. The 12 seed Delaware versus 13 Stony Brook. Delaware does the little things better. They take care of the ball better. They're more physical. They're a better rebounding team. Stony Brook does shoot the ball better, and they have a really good player in CJ Luster, who can really take over a game. But I just don't love this matchup here. I think Delaware is able to win this one. The Hens are moving on. And then the next matchup, we got the 11 seed Hofstra versus the 14 seed North Carolina A&T. I don't love either one of these teams. Both of them play a physical brand of basketball, but North Carolina A&T just is an awful shooting team. They won't be able to keep up. Give me the 11 seed Hofstra to move on here. And then the the second round matchups, we got the 8 seed Drexel versus the 9 seed Elon. Both these teams do not force a lot of turnovers. It's going to be a high offensive game. Both these teams shoot the ball pretty well, but I like the idea of Elon's offense. They flow very well together. 3 guards, 1 forward, 4 guys average at least 14 points. I'm going to roll with the Phoenix to move on. Give me Elon. And then the next match, we got the 5 seed Campbell versus the 12 seed Delaware. Delaware is, I kind of said this earlier, they're a tougher team, but so is Campbell. Campbell does everything better. They're the better team. I think Campbell easily wins this one. Give me Campbell. And then the next matchup, we got the 7 seed Northeastern versus the 10 seed Hampton. Northeastern really does rely on their shooting a lot. That's what they do. They got some shooters on the perimeter. Hampton, once again, the tougher team. And as you can kind of see where I'm heading with this one, I think that this conference is really going to come down to who can get the most stops, who can win the fundamental battle. And I'm going to roll with the 10 seed Hampton in this one in a little upset. Then we got the 6 seed Monmouth versus the 11 seed Hofstra. Hofstra, they do play a more physical style of basketball. Monmouth, not as much. They rely on their shooting. They got really good players. Abdi Bashir, absolute dog. If you haven't been able to watch him this year, holy, you might want to watch him. Look him up. He is an electric player. And if you pick against Monmouth, you're just picking against fun. So I'm going to roll with Monmouth to win this one. And then the quarterfinal matchups, we got the 1 seed Towson versus the 9 seed Elon. Towson does do a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. Elon, a little shaky in that aspect. Towson kind of turns teams over, not a lot, so I don't think that the turnover battle is really going to hurt Elon here. The thing about Elon is they play a very passive-aggressive defense. They allow teams, they want their defense, they want other opposing teams' offense to get to the rim. And you know who they got at the rim guarding that? Matthew Van Komen. He's 7'4". He doesn't foul. And Towson is not a great three-point shooting team. Elon's going to want to get them to the three-point arc, and that's what they've done all year. I think the 9 seed Elon is going to pull off this upset. Give me the Phoenix to go on to the semifinals in a big upset in the quarterfinals. And then the next quarterfinal matchup, we got the 4 seed William and Mary versus the 5 seed Campbell. William and Mary, they really are a good shooting team. They don't really take care of the ball very well, and that's what Campbell loves to dispose of. They are very positive in the turnover margin game. They force a lot of turnovers. They take care of the ball. I think this one's going to come down to the fundamentals. And Campbell was able to beat this team by 31 points the only time they played. That's not a coincidence. Campbell, William & Mary, not a good defense. I think Campbell's going to be able to surge in that. Give me the Camels to move on to the semifinals. Then we got the 2 seed UNC Wilmington versus the 10 seed Hampton. Both these teams are physical. UNC Wilmington is the significantly better shooting team. Hampton's not going to be able to keep up. I love UNC Wilmington's depth. I'm going to go with UNC Wilmington to win this one. And then the final quarterfinal matchup, we got 2 high-flying offenses in the 3 seed College of Charleston and the 6 seed Monmouth. Neither one of these teams really play a lot of defense. Not amazing. College of Charleston is the overall better shooting team, but Monmouth has the best player in Abdi Bashir. I really wanted to pick this Monmouth team, but they don't get a lot of offensive rebounds. They just don't really do. They really, really depend on their shooting, and that's something that I don't love. That teams just depend on their shooting. I think College of Charleston is going to be able to take care of business. Give me the 3 seed Charleston to move on to the semifinals. Then the first semifinal matchup, we got the 9 seed Elon versus the 5 seed Campbell. Like I said earlier, Campbell loves to turn teams over. That's what they do. And Elon, they don't really take care of the ball. They're a little shaky in that aspect, which I think is gonna bite them a little bit. But once again, Campbell's more of an inside team. I think they're gonna run their offense through. I think they're gonna want to put the paint into Matthew Van Komen. I love how Elon plays. They don't foul Campbell. Elon gets a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of second chance points. I think Elon's gonna be able to going to attack that a lot, get a lot of boards. I like the 9 seed Elon to go all the way to the championship game. The Phoenix are rolling. And then we got the 2 seed UNC Wilmington versus the 3 seed Charleston. UNC Wilmington, they take care of the ball better. They force more turnovers. They get more offensive rebounds. They are a better defensive rebounding team. One thing about UNC Wilmington is they love to crash the boards. Charleston kind of limits that a little bit with their good defensive rebounding. And Charleston loves to shoot. They're a good 3-point shooting team, and UNC Wilmington is not a good 3-point shooting defense. So I'm going to roll with the 3 seed Charleston here. They've won the conference the last 2 years. Chris Mack's first year. Give me Charleston to go to the championship game. And then in the championship game, we got the 9 seed Elon versus the 3 seed Charleston. Both these teams are very, very offensive-minded. Really good guard play. Neither one of these teams are very good at taking care of the ball. So I think this is just going to come down to who is going to outscore the other. And the run that Elon has had has been great, but I think they met their match. I'm going to take the 3 seed Charleston to outscore them. Give me Charleston to win the CAA conference tournament. I love this Charleston team led by Chris Mack. He's done a great job taking over Pat Kelsey this year. I'm going to get in more to the team this year. Like I said, they've won the last 2 conference championships, so they know how to win. They got Ante Brzovic, who's a great player. He can even step outside and shoot. He doesn't shoot the 3-ball great, but he can stretch the defense a little bit, which I think is going to give Elon a little bit of trouble. Darren Boyd, senior, very good player. CJ Fulton, he is a very good passer. He kind of runs the offense. He gives other guys looks, very good. Tavares, great player. Smith, really good. Djokovic, off the bench, very good player. This team is just funded well for March. They're deep. That's what Elon doesn't do well, is that they're not very deep. They rely on their starters a lot. I think Charleston's going to be able to win this conference. So that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you get notifications of every time I post. I'm just going to continue to post these tournament previews. I'm going to get the SoCon up in probably about an hour. So that's all I got for you guys today. BMax Bracketology out. God bless everyone.